What is going on, you guys, and welcome back to the channel. I hope we're all having a great day as always. And today we're in the garage. Got a little project with the X5 to work on. I've had an ongoing project with the headlights ever since I've had it, like 2 years ago. Been fighting them fogging up, yellowing from the sun. So I've tried wet sanding and ceramic coat multiple times, and it looks good for a few months. But with the Georgia sun, it definitely kills the headlights pretty quickly. So I've got a new product to try out. You can get it at Amazon, or well, you can get it at Amazon too if you want, or Walmart, which is where I got my kit. Cerakote, I've heard good things about it from the X5 forums and just other reviews. So I want to try it myself, see if it lasts any longer than just off-the-shelf ceramic coating. So we're gonna dive into it. If you didn't know, this is my 2011 BMW X5. This is the 35D 3-liter inline 6 compound turbo diesel. It is deleted. It is deleted with a Castle 3-inch downpipe and a Malone 2.5 tune, and you can see the headlights. Now, granted, the lighting makes them look not quite as bad as they are, but when they're in the sun, they're pretty bad. So, hopefully we'll see an improvement. I'm not sure, but man, the bugs are very loud today. Oh, there is a hurricane coming too. Hurricane Idalia. So, that'll be fun. So, this is the actual kit itself. You can get it at Walmart, Amazon, really any major chain. It was like $16.88 if you're wondering. Within the box, you get a sanding block and sanding disc. I don't know what the grits are, probably pretty low, or actually high, I should say. The ceramic headlight, this is the oxidation remover. It's kind of interesting. Look forward to seeing how that works. And then the actual ceramic itself. So first step, just gonna make sure the headlight is clean, which I washed it a few days ago, so it shouldn't be too bad. I put next to no miles on it. Next step is to use their headlight oxidation remover. Now be careful not to get this on the paint. If you do get on the paint, you're supposed to immediately wipe it off. There's not too much yellow. Alright, so I did, they give you 3 wipes per headlight, so I just went over it 3 times. I think it probably just took off some of the ceramic that was on it, and I mean they were a little yellow, the wipes were, so it was removing some of the oxidation, but so we're going to move on to the next step. Alright, so I have the headlight masked off. The next step is wet sanding it with 2000 and 3000 grit sandpaper. I will say from experience, if you want probably better results and your headlights are in worse condition, probably going down to a 1000 grit sandpaper will speed up the process and will probably do a better job. But in this instance, we're going to go with our kit. We're going to trust it. We're going to start with the 2000 grit. I masked it off just because it's going to make the sanding process easier. You don't have to worry about touching the paint. So when you're masking it off, it doesn't have to be pretty. All you want to do is just get it underneath the edge a little bit and just protect the paint. Doesn't have to look nice. It's going to come off anyways. So we're going to go ahead and wet sand. Wet sanding is easy. I just have some water and a little bit of a detail spray in this bottle, and you want your surface to be completely wet. You're going to make a mess, so that is fine. I'm going to wet my sandpaper as well. And you want to go quick back and forth motions. And I want to continuously spray the area that I'm working in. And this step you should take the most time in because you want it to be the most uniform haze. And don't be worried when it hazes because that's what it's supposed to do. You're supposed to use back and forth motions, not circular. And all you're doing is you're removing more oxidation as well as smoothing out the surface. And because you're starting with such a low, I should say high grit, a 2000, you're never going to do, well, I shouldn't say never, but to do actual damage would require a lot. You can see the haze coming off as we're doing this. You'll feel it start to get smooth as well. The spots where it kind of grips, you want to focus on that spot more. And I'm not using much pressure. You don't use your fingers. You're going to get high spots or anything. So you can block as recommended. So, you can work. Take time. Oh, don't back this up. Alright, as the bugs are very loud, here we have, after a 2000, obviously, we've made a mess, but all of this right here is, well, you can think of it as your headlight shedding its skin, essentially. The sun baking the headlight, you know, exfoliates it in a way, and what we're doing is we're just removing that top layer of dead skin. So when you feel it with your fingers, it is super, super smooth. And we're going to move on to 3000 grit. .3000 grit is the exact same process. The little tiny little scratches that we created in the headlight, now we're going to hit it with 3000 and we're going to make them even smaller. So we're going to go over everything again, make sure the surface is nice and wet as we wet sand. Oops. And we're going to dry it off, remove the tape, and then get ready for clear coat. I don't focus too much on, like right here, we have a kind of a sharp corner, sharp line essentially. You want to work up to the line and stop. You don't want to go over the line because you're going to wear more right here on this high spot. So we work up to the line, work up to the line. And then you can lightly go over it, but you don't want to focus on that one spot too much. Same with right here, much more pronounced. You can kind of work in that line, but not over it. This 3000 grit is so smooth, like it's taking off next to no material. All it's doing is just smoothing down what we created. take your time. I spent probably a good 15 minutes in that first stage. The better job you do, the better results. And it's weird seeing them turn foggy, but you gotta trust the process. It does turn out. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you got any questions about the X5, I'd be happy to answer them now that I'm actually more active on YouTube. I'd be happy to do a video more about this. It's been awesome. I put 20 to 30,000 miles on it since the delete. I did it last April. Other than oil changes, and I did rear shocks last summer. It's been awesome. It's been giving me zero trouble, and I hope it stays that way. But I do have a second vehicle, so. I've never gone through a hurricane before, so. I mean, I don't think it's supposed to be a hurricane as it comes across Georgia. I think it's supposed to be a tropical storm, but they're still saying 70 to 100 mile per hour winds, so it could still potentially be pretty bad. But I'm supposed to work tomorrow. That's when I come, so I have no idea what to expect. I don't know if I'm going to get off work or what. I mean, it's a diesel shop. They work 24/7, so I don't know. But I don't think there's any point of risking me coming in or me going home in a storm. You could use a garden hose if you wanted, but that would make much more of a mess. Yeah, this thing just glides across the headlight right now. Very, very smooth. Alright, so that is the finished product at the moment after 3,000 gray. Incredibly smooth. I rinsed it off, we're going to let it dry, and then we're going to move on to the other side, and then we'll let that one dry, and then we'll do the ceramic coating together at the same time. So I will come back when it's ready for ceramic coating. So we'll see you guys later. Alright, the headlights are wet sanded and clean and dry, so we're ready for the clear coat. It says to start top to bottom, work horizontally. If you get anything on the paint, just wipe it off with a dry towel. So here we go. I feel like putting on tape would have been smart. There we go. Wow, that looks pretty good. Interested to see. Let me see if there's any spots I missed. Alright, so I've been letting the Cerakote kit dry for a little bit. They call it ceramic coating, but I would actually argue that's more of a clear coat, especially in the directions and steps that you take with the Cerakote kit. But regardless, I'm impressed, I'm happy with it. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. Now of course the lighting in here isn't stellar because it's bright and sunny out there, but obviously you can see a big improvement. Like I'm pretty happy actually. Yeah, looks very good. Other than kind of right here where you can see, and then this spot has always been there. I don't know what's on the inside, so can't remove it, but very impressed. I would actually argue, which I've already said that, but I would say that this shares similar steps in like an automotive, like a body shop or a dealership, where you actually wet sand it and then you either apply a clear coat from like an aerosol can, or a clear coat that you mix up with a hardener from a spray gun. It's actually a very similar result where you just wet sand and then apply the clear coat. So I'm impressed, I really am. I'd say it's definitely worth the money. It's 16 bucks and 88 cents or whatever. As long as it lasts, which we'll see in this Georgia sun and weather. So we'll keep you updated, and yeah, I'm impressed. So hope you guys enjoy this video. It's not difficult to do. Just need some microfibers, some time, and some shade, and you get good results. So thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video.